Good morning, dear students. Dear students, in this geography video, we will start a new lesson, that is water resources, lesson number 7. And according to the revised syllabus, in this chapter we have to learn sources of surface and underground water, the need for conservation and conservation practices, need for conservation of water and the water conservation practices. For example, rainwater harvesting and its importance. Then you will learn about you have to learn irrigation, its importance, and the various methods of irrigation like canal irrigation, tank irrigation, well irrigation. Okay, so irrigation and its importance, then the methods of irrigation. So these are the topics that we have to learn in this chapter. So water resources, and the previous lesson we have learned about the natural vegetation. Already we have learned about the importance of forest in our country and the need for forest conservation. So like that, it is another natural resource, water. And we know in our country there are many rivers, more than 10,300 rivers are there in our country. Among these 10,300, many are very long rivers. You know that one, no? For example, Ganga River, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri, we know. And these rivers are having a number of branches or tributaries. So we have plenty of water resources, surface water and also underground water, and millions of people in our country are extracting or using the underground water. Okay, all we will learn the sources of surface and the underground water. Okay, so in class 9 we heard about the Sapta Sindhu, or the land of 7 rivers, Aryans early settlement, Aryans and the early settlements. Okay, we know Sapta Sindhu, or the land of 7 rivers. And if you study the pictures of the early civilizations, you will get an idea. The early people settled on the banks of the rivers. So from this statement, it is clear that the role of the rivers in the life of the human beings. Role of rivers, we all know the importance of water in our life. What is the importance of water? Water is very essential for all the living things. And we have read about the monsoon mechanism. Monsoon is very essential for us because it is bringing rainfall, and this rainfall is very essential for the growth of many things. For example, cultivation of rice, cultivation of wheat, cultivation of various vegetables. For all these, what is essential? Water is essential. Irrigation facilities are essential for the growth of agriculture. So that is why Government of India, through various 5-year plans, established a number of canals or multi-purpose dams in our country. Multi-purpose dams we will learn. For Hirakud Dam, Hirakud. Across the Mahanadi in Orissa there is a dam, Bakranangal Dam. Okay, many dams are there. Dam, water resources. Okay, surface water and the underground water. Okay, so please remember, we have to learn the sources of surface and the underground water, need for conservation and conservation practices. Then, okay, rainwater harvesting. You will learn what is water harvesting And what is rainwater harvesting and its importance? Why this is important? We have to develop a practice now, that is, we have to harvest the rainwater and we have to store it for future uses. When we will learn about the irrigation, these are the topics. Okay, from the beginning. India is a land of rich natural resources, water being one of the most vital of all. We are having soil, forest, okay, water, many things, no, resource, gift of the nature. India being essentially an agricultural country, we need water for agriculture as well as industry. Okay, we know more than 70% of the total population are engaged in agriculture. So main occupation of the people is agriculture only. And for the growth of agriculture, what is essential? Irrigation, water is essential. Okay. Water, it is the important. We all know importance of water. No, we know. Okay, let me explain the remaining points also. Water is stored in reservoirs behind dams and supply water to villages and cities. It is also used for irrigation, production of hydroelectricity and navigation. So, multi-purpose dams are there. Multi-purpose dam means, okay, irrigation is there and electricity generation is there. So, navigation, all these are possible. That is why multi-purpose dams are essential. Okay. So in our country, in our UP also, no, there are many canals. You will learn about these canals and why these canals are essential. Once again, in agricultural country like India, irrigation facilities are very essential for the development or for the growth of the agriculture, and also many industries in our country are depending agriculture for its raw material. For example, sugar industries in our country. And what is the main, okay, raw material for the sugar industry? Sugar cane. Okay, sugar cane, or what is cotton textile industry? Raw cotton is the raw material, cotton, the raw jute. Many industries are depending agriculture for its raw material. So what is essential? Growth of agriculture is very essential, and for the growth of agriculture, proper irrigation facilities are also essential. Please remember the need for irrigation. Okay, again we will learn. Demand for water is increasing rapidly with the increase in population, whereas the supply of water remains the same. Demand for water is increasing rapidly, population growth. Every day the number of population is increasing. So the increased population needs more water, but the supply is not increasing. No, water supply is not increasing. The supply of the water is not increasing. So in the near future, if we are misusing the water, we are going to face a serious shortage of water in the near future. So what is essential? Proper utilization or proper use of water is essential. We have to avoid the wastage of water. Okay. India occupies only 2.45% of world's surface area and is the home of 60% of world's surface area and is the home of 16% of world's population. So as against this, India has only 4% of the world's water resources. Even this limited supply can be depleted or made unusable by extensive utilization, pollution, and poor management of water. We know the importance of water, and in our country, many industries, we also, animals also, polluting the water. No, this is a threat. What is a threat? Pollution. Many industries. Best example, we know our near Aminadi, we know Aminadi. Because of the industries at Gida, so the Aminadi's water is highly polluted. So what is essential? There is a need for a drive in our country to protect the existing water resources. There is a need for a drive or a campaign to protect the existing water bodies. That is very essential from the part of the government, from the part of the people. This campaign is very essential because population is growing on every day, but the supply of water is not growing. So what is essential? In order to serve the growing population, so it is essential to protect the existing water bodies like rivers, like ponds or lagoons. These are essential. A drive or a campaign, no, awareness campaign is essential. Awareness campaign. So from our part, we have to reduce the, what we can say, not the use, no, we can use, but what is essential? Proper utilization of water is essential. Every drop of water is essential. Here we have still now, we don't have any shortage of water, no, underground water is sufficient there. But in some area, there is a very great shortage of water, and that area the people are harvesting the rainwater to overcome the shortage of water in the dry months. That we will learn. So this is the campaign. Okay, listen. We receive plenty of water in the short rainy season, and the remaining part of the year remains dry. We know monsoon season, no, June, July, August, September, Indian monsoon. And already we have learned the main feature of the monsoon. Monsoon is not the same everywhere. Erratic nature we have learned. For example, Cherrapunji or Mawsynram receives highest rainfall. But the great Indian desert, third desert, receives only 25 centimeters of rainfall in 1 year. Amount of rainfall is very less. Rajasthan. Okay, some areas are there in our country. These regions are receives more than 200 centimeters rainfall in 1 year. Please remember, the amount of rainfall in our country is not the same everywhere. So what is essential? We need to harvest the rainwater. Okay, because our rainy season is very short. And the remaining 8 months, we have no rain or we have only less rain. What is essential then? We have to store the water. Okay. Under such conditions, the balance between the demand and supply has to be maintained. Okay. The main sources of water are as follows: surface water, groundwater, and then lagoons and the backwaters. Okay, surface water. Sources of surface water. Okay. Surface water resources in India. Rainfall is the main source of fresh water in India. From precipitation alone, including snowfall, India receives 4,000 billion cubic meter water. It means rainfall is the main source of surface water in our country. Rainfall. Okay, so our rainy season already, June, we already learned about the arrival of the monsoon, no? Which part of India receives summer monsoon first? We have learned, please remember Kerala. From Arabian Sea, a wind is coming to India. From Bay of Bengal, a wind is coming to India. That is one of the southwest monsoon. Southwest monsoon has two branches, the Arabian Sea branches and the Bay of Bengal branch. And the onset of monsoon we have to know from 1st June to 5th June, there is the beginning of the monsoon every year. Monsoon season, June, July, August, September. In these 4 months, we are having sufficient rainfall, and this is the main source of surface water or fresh water in our country. Okay, so please remember that. Then, a good part of it is lost through the process of evaporation and plant transpiration. Evaporation is essential. You know that evaporation, what is evaporation? Okay, plant transpiration. Large part of water percolates in the ground and is available as to in the form of groundwater. Percolation means seepage of water, no? Okay, through the pores of the soil there is the seepage enter or entry of water, no? Okay, water is entering groundwater. This is the source of seepage of water is the source of groundwater. Okay. Surface water is available on the surface of the earth in the form of rivers, lakes, ponds and canals. Surface water, sources of surface. Then types. However, rivers comprise the most important source of surface water. India is blessed with a large number of major, medium and small size rivers. Already we have learned there are more than 10,300 rivers in our country. Among these major rivers are there, medium and also small size rivers are there. Okay. Of the major rivers, the Ganga, Brahmaputra, Meghna system is the biggest with a catchment area of about 110 million hectares. Catchment area. Okay, the areas of these rivers, now from all this area water is coming to these rivers. Most of the Himalayan rivers are large and originate in the snow-covered high-altitude areas of the Himalayan ranges. As such, they carry sufficient water throughout the year and are called perennial rivers. What do you mean by a perennial river? Rivers which has water throughout the year. Okay, the rivers of North India or the rivers which are originating from the Himalaya are perennial. On the other hand, rivers of South India are not perennial because these rivers are depending monsoon. During the monsoon season, you can see for example Kaveri river or a Krishna river or Godavari river. These rivers are having much water during the rainy season, and during the dry season there is a shortage of water in these rivers. But the rivers originating from the Himalaya are perennial during the rainy season, okay, because of rain. And during the summer season there is the melting of ice caps. So this is the reason for the water, no, perennial rivers. In contrast, the rivers of the peninsular India are seasonal. They carry no or very little water in the dry summer season. Already we have learned why it is happening. Okay, the differences between the rivers of South India and North India. Rivers of North India, not all the rivers which are originating from Himalaya are having sufficient water during the dry season. We can call them perennial rivers, perennial, having water throughout the year. But the rivers of South India is not perennial. They are depending rainfall for water, and during the dry season the amount of water is very less in these rivers. So please remember that. And then groundwater, the part of rainwater that seeps through the cracks and crevices into ground is called groundwater. Okay, what do you mean by groundwater? Already we have learned about the percolation. Percolation is very essential for the amount of groundwater. And groundwater, we are using groundwater through null, or we know tube wells are there, no, bore wells are there. And the presence of underground water is essential for the growth of agriculture, because through this or with the help of groundwater and the tube well, the farmers are irrigating their crops. So what is essential? Seepage or percolation is essential, and the seepage will increase the amount of underground water, and this underground water is essential. Okay, groundwater, the part of rainwater that seeps through the cracks, okay, and crevices into the ground is called groundwater. Okay, and among this groundwater and the other things we will learn in the next video. So dear student, it is very essential to revise and remember the points what we learned in the previous lessons. Lesson number 1 we have learned, 2 we have learned, please, and the previous lesson about the vegetation, no? So please remember all these points and complete your project also. So I will inform you about the date of submission of the project. Okay, sufficient time is set. Take a time and complete a very good project. Okay, thank you.